Hello, and welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with Straight On Till Morning. Meanwhile, on the high seas, Hook took long and precise military steps up and down the deck, his back straight as a knife blade while he inspected each cannon, musket, sword, and dagger. Everything had to be perfect. The pirates, more used to going to the battle by the seat of their pants, were a little unprepared for such military-style drill, and completely unfamiliar with their particulars. Screaming Byron, for instance, had thought he had done a very nice job polishing the cannonballs at his station and presented them to the captain with a bow and a proud smile. Hook just stared at him. "What good is a shiny cannonball?" he roared. "Is the barrel of the machine cleaned out? Are your powder cartridges stacked, dry, and ready to go? Is your friction primer up to snuff? In short, will your cannon actually fire your very pretty and shiny cannonball when it's loaded?" "I think it looks very nice," Smee said sympathetically, upon seeing the poor pirate's downcast look. "We're looking at the final battles here," Hook reminded Byron, looking forward. So he looked the other pirate dead in the eye. "Our very last run-in ever with Peter Pan and the last boys. We want to look good, absolutely, but we also have to finish it for good. I want their bodies washing up on shore, bloodied and broken, all of them. And I want Peter Pan to see it. Do you hear me?" "Loud and clear," the pirate said, brightening a little at the mention of blood and maybe final battle. Hook glowered. No one in his idiotic crew shared his passion for defeating their worst enemy once and for all. No one seemed to look forward to getting it over with, moving on to whatever fun activity was planned afterward. They were short on imagination and education. They had no taste for refined concepts like nemesis and life conflicts and guiding principles. They also might have been in recovery mode after their shenanigans at Skull Island. The entire crew, but Hook and Smee, dragged and stumbled a bit. No matter, whatever took them to drive to victory. "Mr. Smee, take note. I need you to go back and recheck cannon crews 1, 2, and 6. They didn't pass muster. Also have the Duke unlock stock room and distribute as many bullets and shells as needed. My personal stash of purloined weaponry will be available for use, except, of course, these flintlocks on my belt. I want every man armed and ready." "Oh, they'll like that, Captain. They'll get them in the spirit. Bolts and muskets, right away, Captain." Mr. Smee dropped his cap and ran off to deliver the news. Hook twirled his mustache for a moment, enjoying himself utterly. This is what it meant to be pirate captain, to be on top of everything, awash in the excitement before battle. "Wait, what was that?" That sound. He grabbed the nearest pirate, Jareth, by the earring. "Did you hear that?" he demanded. The pirate, wide-eyed, tried to shake his head and shrug. "The ticking! Can you not hear, you villainous fool?" The sound of the crocodile approaching. "No, Captain," Jareth stuttered. "Nothing, Captain." "Bah." Hook threw him aside. Of course, when he listened, it was silent now. Wherever the beast was, he must have gone beneath the waves. But it was close. Hook walked the prow. A rope had been hung across the decking between the chart room and nailing along with a hasty painted sign that read "No Admittance." The words could, of course, just have been gibberish. Few of the pirates could read. It was the angry red paint that got their attention. Zane was on watch. He sat on a stool looking vaguely green, like a reluctant landlubber on a transatlantic voyage. This despite the fact that it was wind up and the ship cut through the waves as beautifully as a knife through a kidney. No, it was what he watched. The shadow in its golden prison of its bars and sharp picks. The way its blackness recoiled in ripples away from the picks. "Any change in prisoner, Aladon?" "No, Captain. He ain't moving an inch. Looks like he even gave up the whole escaping self thing. He had just been man-shaped, Peter-shaped the whole time." pointing the same way. Hook stroked his chin and forward. The shadow had been pointed that way more or less directly for the last day. It wavered a little when the ship had to be curved around a bit of coast or shoals, but always returned the same way. The captain made his way back to the chart. Zane apparently decided that was good a dismissal and an orderly follow, and hastily went after him and getting away from the unnatural scene as quickly as he could. The cool darkness of the cabin caressed Hook's tortured brow. He bent over that held a map of Neverland with the help of 2 pressed glass prisms, a bronze astrolabe, and a perfect skull. A little pewter model of the Jolly Roger stood in for the real one. He did some quick calculations for latitude and longitude. The breeze had remained steady. He pushed the little ship along, down around the corner of Neverland. Then he took a ruler and tried to predict the route. No, it's a shame. Look at that, Hook said thoughtfully. If it's all correct, Peter had been in Peg Leg Point for 2 days now, unmoving. I wonder why. The dreaded boy can never stay still for more than a moment at a time. Maybe he can't fly, Captain? Zane suggested that without his shadow, he lost some of his power, or the pixie don't work or something. True, Hook said, turning it over his head. But even if he couldn't fly, the boy could still run if the notion took him. No, something else is going on. Maybe he's resting, or sick, or pining for the fjords, or maybe he's captured. But by whom? The first were spotted on the exact opposite end of the island. The Licky haven't heard from him in fortnights. The Fang Riders of Upper Hillsdale swore they hadn't bothered with him again until they got their numbers back up. It's festive season for the Ragernosti. They made peace with the Deuce Fairies and had made those terrible musical concerts that go on forever, with the stupid flower crowns and ceremonial kombucha. No, it must be a trick. Something he's planning. I know, it's an ambush. He pounded his fist down on the table without realization, but he was smiling. Captain? Zane asked worried. Don't you see? I figured it out. His ambush. I got it. Ha ha. Peter Pan can't get the best of me. But what do we do then, Captain? The other pirate asked carefully. Surprise him? Go around the island the other way? Sneak through the backside lagoon? Is there a backside lagoon? No, there isn't, Zane. No, I think there may be something else. Go plus your flintlocks to Mr. Smee for inspection and see about making any requests from the artery storeroom. I need someone else keeping an eye on our prisoner. Someone a bit more proactive and less squeamish. You know who I mean, Zane. The one who was recently reunited with us. Yes, Captain. Right away, Captain. Zane shivered as he escaped the room, but Hook didn't notice or care. The moment the other pirate was gone, he pulled out the black leather boots obtained from Madame Moria. Along with these theories on how to capture and remove a person's shadow, there were passages in the book that had discovered the connection that remained between them, even after the two were separated. The bond between person and shadow was deep and possibly continued through the spirit plane. For if a person was hurt or weakened dramatically, say an arm cut off, wasn't it true that the shadow was also affected? So logically, it should be followed that the reverse was true too. And now that Hook had the panopticon, a smile grew on his face, a genuine devilish smile, one complete with an evil gleam in his eye. Finally, Captain Hook was going to win. Really win against Peter Pan. And after, Skull Island. And that's the end of that chapter. See you later.